In this morning's Magnificat for this particular day, we have a reflection from Monsignor Giussani, who was a very dear friend of John Paul II, and he was the founder of Communion and Liberation, a phenomenal movement among young people around the world. And I'd like to begin the reflection today with his thoughts. This is his reflection on the only one who makes us well. In his letter to the Romans, the cry with which St. Paul ends his observations is the same human cry to which Jesus Christ is the answer. Wretched man that I am, who will deliver me from this body? This body of death. This cry is the only starting point, according to Giussani, which enables a man to take the proposal of Christ into serious consideration. If a man cares nothing for this question, how can he understand the answer? To be myself, I need someone else. Without me, you can do nothing. Jesus taught us that whoever accepts his message of salvation cannot avoid facing himself with sincerity, cannot avoid being realistic in his consideration of man. Alone, we cannot be ourselves. No one comes to the Father but by me, John's Gospel. This is the same as saying one more time that man cannot realize himself unless he accepts the love of another who has a precise name, who independently of your will died for you. Greater love has no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. He said this of himself, I am the resurrection and the life. The resulting answer, my brothers and sisters, to all of our body's torments, our sicknesses, our ills, death itself, is I am the resurrection and the life. The other is Jesus, ever present in our life, calling us from death into the newness of life. When we look to the responsibility we have to one another and this interdependency of our communion and our fellowship and how we prosper as a people together, it requires us to enter into that same love that he has shown. And to realize what Giussani has done throughout the world among the young people. You know, so often the church is not captured in its full picture. There are no young people who are active in the church. We hear that all the time. The church is dying. That's not the truth. I've spent time with these young men and women in their early 20s, 30s, in Italy, in Madrid, in France, all throughout Spain. These movements are happening even in our own country. Giussani's movement has even struck Miami, Gainesville, New York, all throughout the country. And that's just one movement. But who is the source of that movement? I am the resurrection and the life. And what he establishes among us is the community life of dependency. We are not alone. Here at this feast, we are together. Here at this feast, we are loved. And what we feast on is the very medicine that heals us, that makes us well, that makes us one.